Good afternoon and welcome to episode 36 of Tech a Break with me, Andrew Reid from Resilient Business Systems, and to my left, in the blue corner.
Why do you always take it to wrestling? Adam Walker from HubSpot
Because
Media.
I've got a customer with MMA and I just keep thinking
Have you?
MMA.
Have you noticed? I noticed you said good afternoon because we are officially in the afternoon, although that clock over there is actually behind, isn't it? And we've been joined by some guests. We are on the road.
Lovely guests.
We're on the road, aren't we? We are taking a break.
On the road. We're on the road.
Stop. Later. Because we need to get straight into it. We have, opposite you...
We have Mr. Jason Gurney, who I love, by the way. Everybody, I love him. I've never told anybody I've hated him.
How are you, Jason?
I love you, Jason.
Thank you, Andy. I really appreciate that.
I know, mate. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, good.
Thank you for joining us here today. So yeah, as you sort of alluded to there, we're actually out and about. It's a club meeting night.
Yeah, Darlington Business Club.
Yeah, Darlington Business Club, but it's not the evening, it's the afternoon, which for 18 years I've been running the club, and I think this is the first time we've ever done something like this.
Wow.
So that's special. It's a mega session, 4 hour long. But where are we then? We're at the Great North Air Ambulance Service headquarters at Egglescliffe, and this isn't about me and the club, it's about this centre and what they do here. So I'm going to hand over to and introduce Vicky Fisher, who's the specialist fundraiser here. So over to you, Vicky.
Okay, thank you, Jason. So my name's Vicky. As Jason's just mentioned, I'm the specialist fundraiser at the Great North Air Ambulance Service. It's my role to work with businesses in the area and raise awareness about the wonderful work that the Air Ambulance Service...
work.
Yes, amazing work.
Amazing work.
I've already seen the helicopter.
No.
I did. I came past it. It was outside. It was in the car
Was it
park.
exciting?
No, it wasn't in the car
But it wasn't in the car
Yeah,
park, no, it was on
yeah.
the helipad.
You can see it from the car park. No, it's great. I've previously raised some money for the air
Oh,
ambulance.
have you?
Yeah.
And how
I
did you
did
do
it.
that?
I managed to get £1,000.
Wow.
So
yeah.
I worked hard for that £1,000
Yeah.
because I did Land's End John O'Groats.
Oh, well
and
done.
raised money. So
Yeah, fantastic.
when I heard about the opportunity to come here, I was like, yes, absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are very fortunate that we do get lots of people's support in doing events and their own fundraising challenges. And on the back of that, that does naturally raise awareness as well to the wider public. I think the conception is that we do get government funding and NHS funding, but we don't. We are 100% funded by the generosity of the public.
Oh.
And I think that's what's really important message to get across,
Okay.
that we do need everyone's help to raise the $8.5 million a year that we need to raise to keep the charity going.
That's an amazing amount of money. Well done.
It is, yeah. Helicopters are not a cheap thing to run, and we have 3 of them.
Wow.
You said
I didn't
last time,
realise I was going to
Jason,
ask
how
you.
much it was, how much it cost
Well,
to take off.
I was actually wrong on that. I doubled it. So what is the actual cost then?
Yeah, so the actual cost per mission, we call it, so the average cost, we round it up to, it's around about £4,800 every time the helicopter goes to an incident. So it's around about we average it out at £5,000 a mission.
Gosh, that's a daily wage
Yeah.
for you, mate.
I cycled all that way.
Yeah.
Even
the
get
helicopter to go
to a job and back.
But the medical equipment alone, the bags that we carry on board, so the difference obviously between ourselves and a normal ambulance service is that we have a doctor on board and the critical care paramedics on board, obviously along with the pilot, which means that we can carry out life-saving procedures on the scene. So we sort of bring the hospital to the incident. The medical bags that we carry alone cost £36,000. There's £36,000 of equipment in there. But the equipment is things like we have ultrasound machines on there. We can put patients under anaesthetic on the scene, which obviously helps with the breathing and brain swelling. We carry blood on board, so we can give blood on the scene. So all of these things make a huge difference in the outcome of the patient. So we do save lives.
No, absolutely. And I think it is fair. I mean, it's an old cliche saying, but literally seconds matter, doesn't it?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
that's why.
Yeah,
and that's
time
why
is
you
of
have.
the essence.
Yeah.
And if we are getting called out, it's usually a
Yeah.
pretty serious incident that we're going to. So the fact that we can reach that patient within minutes, do the procedures that we can do on the scene, and then fly them to the nearest trauma hospital, that makes a huge difference to the people in this area.
Okay.
What a charity to have on your doorstep. I think it's
that's amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah,
So the question I've got, because it's Great North Air Ambulance,
Yeah.
how far's north?
Yeah,
Like,
so we
what is
cover
that?
8,000 square miles. But so we've got 2 bases. We've got this head office here at Egglescliffe, and we've also got an airbase over in Cumbria. So we cover as far up as sort of the Scottish borders,
Yep.
down to Whitby, and across over to Cumbria and the Isle of Man. So we have a huge area to cover.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
We also have, so we have 3 helicopters. We have 2 helicopters, which are our main helicopters, one based here, one based Cumbria, 3rd helicopter, in case there's any issues with either of those.
You just keep that in your car park at the back of the house.
Yeah, that's just parked in my
Just parked
garden.
in your garden.
Yeah.
Here's me thinking camera gear was expensive. Like, we've got a reserve camera there, but
Yeah.
we're not talking anything
reserve
like
helicopter.
a reserve helicopter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a great thing to do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is fantastic. So, is this is a relatively new site, or has it been here for a while?
Yeah, so don't quote me on this. I think it's possibly around about 4 years. I think we moved in round about
Right,
COVID
okay.
time. So we used to have the helicopter used to be based at Teesside Airport.
Yep.
And then the offices for the staff were in Darlington. And then we've got a trading company side of it, which is where we raise money through clothing donations. And that was based on its own site, I think, over at Newton Egglescliffe.
Right.
So when this became available, this site, we could condense all of that.
Of
So it was
course.
more cost effective. The helipad is here. So if the helicopter's based here, along with our rapid response vehicles. So we also have rapid response cars that can do the exact same thing as the helicopters can do, but we can attend instance now on a night. So we're now a
gosh, right,
24/7 service. So
Oh, wow.
the helicopter can fly on a night,
Yeah.
but landing can be really dangerous. Obviously, where we land, sometimes it's quite remote.
Yes, of
There could
course.
be overhead power lines. We could be landing in someone's, in a farm,
Yeah.
So we can't land the helicopter on an evening other than a real helipad. So that's why we have the rapid response vehicles, still have the doctor on board, still have the critical care paramedics and the medical equipment, so we can still carry out those life-saving techniques at the scene.
Wow.
Blown
So
away.
how many rapid response vehicles are there then?
We
You've got
have-
the 2 locations. haven't
Yeah.
you?
So we have, I think it's 4 rapid response vehicles. And we're just now trying to raise a little bit more funds at the moment, over at Cumbria, we're only able to do the rapid response vehicles 4 nights a week.
Right.
But to us, if it's one of the nights that we aren't operating and someone doesn't, make that or doesn't survive but they could have done if we were there to help, we're at the moment really pushing to
can
become a
imagine.
24/7 service over in Cumbria as well.
How do you manage to work 24/7 as well as do everything else?
Yeah, well, it's not me, unfortunately. I don't do the amazing work. I'm just here to do all the talking.
Oh, bless. So in terms of your role then, obviously the role to go out there and to get businesses.
Yes.
And again, it seems cliche, but if any business can offer anything, it all
Yeah.
goes to make a difference,
I
doesn't
think sometimes you hear the word fundraising and you think, oh no, they're going to sign me up to do a direct debit, or they're going to want me just to hand over cash. And actually, some of the biggest things that business can do is open up their contacts, reach out to the people that they deal with. They might have, someone who they work with who's got an office with 100 staff in, and getting in places like that and looking at we can go out and do talks to the staff, look at really fun ideas for fundraising days.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's really good team building within workplaces to do fundraising days. And it's just, we can offer airbase visits as well to companies so they can come and see the amazing work we do. Because when you're here and you see that helicopter, obviously, it is
I got
absolutely
excited.
wonderful.
I'm looking at the team behind the cameras. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a big kid.
But, you don't ever get bored of it.
No.
Well,
and
Jess actually said the words were, "It's bigger than you realised." Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a
And
big
so
piece
if you
of
do hear any
kit.
alarms going off, that's obviously the alarm to let us know that the helicopter's
Which
going
we
to.
had earlier on,
We
didn't
did,
we?
we
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
yeah, and everyone ran
But
out
Kim
to the
went,
front.
it's very rare to hear the air. Oh, the alarm's gone off.
The alarm
Yes,
went off.
yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah,
And
so we
these
don't.
2 were going for it. They
Yeah.
were,
Oh,
We
we
were
were
running.
running down.
We were like, well,
Where do we
take
go?
plasters.
Where do we
Yeah,
go?
I don't
and
know.
it is really
You wouldn't-
exciting.
you wouldn't want us turning
You
up,
don't
would you?
ever get bored of watching that helicopter go off. However, then it does sort of make you think, actually, someone's having probably the darkest moment of their life at this
yeah.
moment in
And
time.
it's,
So
we make fun of it, but it's absolutely
It's-
a
yeah.
fantastic service you provide.
Yeah.
It's like, and as you say, life changing,
it
life
is.
saving.
Yeah, Yeah.
So I'm just reading your banner.
Yeah.
It's good actually. I put it there because you could there's the funding stats.
When I start
So
quizzing
I'm
you.
just going to guess that there's an average of 38 call-outs a week between April 2022 and March 2023.
But
That's amazing. I didn't
Gold
realise.
star, gold star.
38 call-outs an average a week. Obviously, the data changes
it does.
year on year, but that is incredible.
About
That's a
on
number.
average 6 or 7 call-outs a day, and over the past 12 months, it was around about 2,200 incidents we were called out to. So it's a huge
I still
amount
can't
of
believe
people
you're
that
not
we're
funded properly. It's all voluntary work.
It
isn't
is,
Oh,
yeah.
it's just
And I
incredible.
think you're right. That's the biggest misconception that
Yeah.
people. I know when I came along here earlier this year for your open day, which obviously with Kim and all that brought us about to do this.
Yeah.
People were saying, "Oh, that's over at the airport." And it's like, no, it's
Yes.
not at the airport.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
still seems to
Yeah.
think it's at the
That's
airport.
it.
And like you say, you've moved several years ago, but
Yeah.
they still have it in their
Yeah,
head. That they're
and I
over
think
there.
by coming here today, you've opened up the room to lots of other businesses with the networking. So we have conferencing facilities that we can use. So there's lots of different ways that businesses can support us. But for us, it really is just getting that word out there, raising the awareness of the work we do and how people can get involved and help, whether it be something really small or something huge. Like, we're grateful for everything.
I think it's quite nice you've actually got this. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but this is a fantastic conference
Oh, it's lovely.
that any business could
Yeah.
come to
Yeah.
and have their meetings with. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's it. And when you actually look at the IT setup as well, Andy, obviously, and Adam, being IT geeks like myself, it's like it's there. You've got, you can do it from different locations. You've got TVs up there.
No, it's
So if you're
really
presenting,
good.
you can watch what's up there for your prompt.
Yeah.
And no one else can see it apart from
Yeah.
you at the front.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a great
and they've got it
room.
at the
Yeah.
back,
I'm glad you told me that because I was looking at it going, how are they going to watch that? Now I've realised it's for the speakers. That's a great idea, though.
Yeah,
So
it is a great
no,
idea.
like the facilities walking in for me because I've never been in here.
Yeah.
I'm aware when the fundraising team used to be in town.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm loosely aware of that.
Yeah.
And it's going back a few years now. But obviously to walk in here, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
First of all, rotating door. I was like, helicopter themed door
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
No, only me. I thought
Only
that.
you, Nick.
Yeah,
I was
we're
like,
all
yeah.
going to think it now.
Yeah,
we
there
are.
you go. And then, coming into the facility is fantastic. So basically, businesses could, if they're running training or events,
Yes.
they can take the space and actually,
Yeah.
not only are they doing what they would be doing anyway, but they're actually contributing
Yeah,
to.
that's
obviously
it.
the
If they're going to
elements.
look at hiring a conference facility, then why not do it and also help a charity out at the same time?
It's a win-win.
So I think there's more information on our website, so they can find out information from there, or our contact numbers are on there.
Yeah,
And we're
we
more
will,
than
we will
happy.
plug that for you on the Spotify link that we put up.
Yeah,
We will make sure that
100%.
we put all of your details. Sorry, Jason, you were going to
No,
say
and I
something.
was going to say, even if you do, if it's on a more smaller scale, when you're just having a board meeting
Mm-hmm.
with 3 or 4, there is actually a room just over where Richard is over in that far corner.
Yeah.
There's a room down there that I'm sure Vicky and all that will allow you to have a look in later on.
Yeah,
But
definitely
there is a
something to
smaller
tell
room if
everybody
you
about.
want to.
Yeah.
smaller
So,
group.
is there just you in the fundraising team? Are you the team?
No, so we have community fundraisers
Right.
that go out and about in the public. So when you see our team out, say at supermarkets, at fun days, we have 2 community fundraisers, and then we've got 2 specialist fundraisers, which myself and Ben. So we cover the whole of the northeast. So
Right,
it's a huge
okay.
area. We've got a huge task ahead of us. So we're just trying to go at it bit by bit and just keep talking about the charity. We also have an events team as well. Well, at the moment, we've got 1 events manager and we're
Right.
recruiting for an events assistant because the events are a huge part as well for raising the money for the charity. So we have a full calendar of events. Tracy's absolutely amazing at arranging all of these events throughout the year. Things like that are like our charity golf day. We've got that on the 21st of May. We have our charity ball in October at Ramside Hall. We're always looking for people to come along to those events. Again, it could be personal, it could be a group of friends that are coming, or it could be a business that takes a table at the ball. We have Helifest, which is our family fun day on Bank Holiday, Monday, the 26th of August, which is going to be like a real festival feel. It was supposed to be in May, but because of the awful rain that we've had, it's on the field across the
Right,
road.
I've not noticed any rain.
So we're praying now
I mean,
for
it's
sunshine.
sunshine today.
Yeah, it's a lovely
Yeah,
day
it's better
today.
now.
That's better now. I walked into my garden today, and as I walked in, I just started singing. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what? I'll not bother with that.
Yeah, so it's actually Elementis Football Club who are across the road from us. They have a big field, but it's an active football
Yeah.
field. So we don't want to do
No.
damage to the field.
No.
They kindly let us use it. So we were like, there's going to be quite a lot of heavy vehicles driving on. We're going to have food vans. There's going to be inflatables. There's going to be a band. So there's going to be lots of things going on in that field. So it's actually free entry. Just come along, enjoy the day. That's on the 26th of August.
Do you know what's really silly from my point of view? That I didn't even realise how expensive it is for the helicopters to run. And then you've got all the staff to pay.
Yeah.
And then you've got all of the fund event people. I mean, it's a proper business, and I'm sorry, I just didn't click.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we fund the ambulance and we fund
Yeah.
the vehicles. And my goodness me, we've got to fund you and
The
fabulous work that you're all doing.
Yeah, there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes, but the team are amazing. Everyone's so passionate about the charity. We all do it. It's not like a job half the time, you know, especially when you're in fundraising. It's definitely not a 9 to 5
No, it's
job.
not, is it?
You can never say no. There's always people wanting to help, and we're just so grateful for that.
Of
So
course.
it's a really, really rewarding job. So I'm
Can
very,
imagine.
very lucky. But
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
That's fantastic. So we are. People might be able to hear the noise. I don't know whether they can on the mic, on the headphones, Alina. Yep, nodding. So if you can hear the noise, that's because we are at the business club event that is taking place. There's no voice effects today, Mr. Reed.
Absolutely. Live.
He's doing it old school,
Are
isn't he?
you okay?
Absolutely. I've got the mixer button right here.
But obviously, we're going to go into the rest of the meeting, and this has been a whistle-stop tour, I suppose, into to what it's all about.
Yeah.
Where do people go? I'm looking, it's written down behind us. Where should people go if they want to know a bit more?
So you can go to our website.
Yep.
So if you just type in Great North Air Ambulance Service into one of the search engines, that should bring us straight up. And then you can access all information from our website. It has sections on there about our work. If you get a chance, look at the blogs on there that have some amazing stories of patients that we've helped who want to give something back. And there's lots of real life stories on there about the work that we've
Lovely.
done. So, but you might need a box of tissues at hand.
Oh, my goodness
But
me,
it also
no.
has how you can support us as well. So through events, through corporate days, all different ideas on there of how you
I
can
like the
support
idea of the
us.
golf day. That
Yeah,
sounds-
well,
can't
we
play
were
golf.
looking for one more team.
I can
one more
zigzag.
team.
Right, well, we'll have
So
a
we're
chat.
now-
We'll
How
have a
about
chat.
a team that can't play?
That's fine.
Oh,
There's
thanks for
prizes.
volunteering me.
There's prizes. I'm sure there's
Darlington
prizes
Business
Right,
coming
we'll,
last.
I'll have a discussion.
21st of May, and we need one more team to get the
Yeah.
full 18
Right.
teams. There's a bit of a challenge going on between me, Ben, and the events manager.
Oh.
Whoever gets the final team
How
wins
many?
a prize. I need one team.
No, but how many have to be in a team?
4.
4.
4.
So we need
Leave it
4.
with me. We'll pick it up
21st of
after
May.
this.
Perfect.
There we go.
Thank you so much for
Oh.
joining
problem.
us. I appreciate
Thank
we
you.
are
Thank you so
shooting
much.
into the business club meeting now, but it's been absolutely fantastic
No,
to
thank you
meet
for the
you.
opportunity.
Vicky,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Been a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, Andrew, thank you guys. Yeah,
No
lovely.
worries. See you later, everybody.
later.
Bye.